This is Stan J. Caterbone and Advanced Media Group. I'm at 1250 Fremont Street, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 17603, my home and my home office. It's now 11:09 a.m. on Saturday, February 5th, 2022. I'm going to do a recording and a video of my father's audio tapes that have been preserved. Chain of custody was never lost. I got them when he passed away and was murdered, literally, up in New York City in 2001. He died July 20th, 2001. And I got the audio tapes there when we cleaned up his apartment there. He lived on 125th and 125th and 5th in New York City, a brand new high rise that was built for seniors. He moved up there in 1999. Before that, he lived at Church Street Towers from 1983 until 1999. Prior to that, in 1972, he was arrested by Lancaster City Police for forging a $200 check to his own corporation. Went through a trial, this and that, and the Lancaster County Court of Common Pleas President Judge Johnstone wrote an order after he was on 9 months of probation and threw him out of the county of Lancaster, made him leave Lancaster County for no reason. Anyway, he left, went to Nassau, Bahamas, then went back to Florida. Now, in 1973, my mother and my father had to sell the dry cleaning plant and the real estate. They were forced to sell it. It was extortion. There was no realtor involved. It was never put up for sale. Anyway, they split $140,000, so they got $70,000 each. So I'm going to play these tapes, and we're going to listen to see what electroshock therapy does as far as brainwashing with MK Ultra, and then the synthetic telepathy. So you'll get an idea from these tapes.
Evaluated something. Just not ready for anything like this. This has no value except for myself. What I conclude. It takes persons deeply interested and with deep investigative minds. Down there, I met Judy, and Judy is a spiritualist reader, very good. She did give me some information, especially about seeing the yellow man all in yellow fluorescent and something about the name Sony.
Good evening, everyone and everybody. This is your fabulous host, Sammy Provolony of New York, New York. Have a tamper, have a tamper. I'll be back in a minute. Unbelievable, isn't it? On this majestical date of 12/27 in 1982, on the other side of midnight. Coming to you from Sammy Provolony's most favorite small town, his own hometown of Lancaster in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. Like the good guys Rob Black of old Chuck Norris, who else could pull this 10-year-old breaking caper but Sammy Provolony in his favorite role as Yo-Yo, the Lucky Seven Clown, that elusive Artie Fox scrambler from Tiffany. But folks, let your most renowned and favorite host, Sammy Provolony, bring all you good people listening in from the far corners of creation up to date. Sammy Provolony of New York, New York, is just getting over the highest holy day of the year, Christmas, as Sammy Provolony for the first time in over 9 years, and it was 9 long years, folks, believe this. The most spontaneous greeting, appreciation, and gratitude Sammy Provolony received for being a great host and entertainer he is for his very own family was unbelievable.
My grandmother's book room.
It was the largest family gathering ever witnessed, Sammy Provolony was told by those closest, and it was 100%.
He returned in 82.
Italian style. Read this, folks, wherever you are in galaxies or universes, just like it came out of the movie The Godfather. Has Sammy Provolony changed, folks? Has Sammy Provolony grown in stature, folks? Listening and viewing these batteries of private tapes recorded 10 long years ago. They are 48 in number off of 24 individual cassette tapes. But it is each and every one of you good people that Sammy Provolony of New York must give credit to for his success. Have a Tampa. I'll be back in a minute. Room 131 of that illustrious Clay Hotel in the greatest fashionable resort city in all the world, Miami Beach, Florida. Does this ring a bell of nostalgia to all you loyal and faithful supporters for your host, Sammy Provolony of New York, New York? It is the early morning of December 27th for one of the greatest years ever in universal politics, this year, 1982. Another famous wall clock shows its time in this early morning at exactly 1:02 a.m. Here in Sammy Provolony's most favorite hometown, the town of his birth, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And the setting is in its outskirts, the historic Amish and Mennonite community of Lancaster, where Sammy Provolony is personally seeing to the needs of his church in proper order, Italian style. The 250-foot road, the rural mailbox in its rustic setting, identifies a spacious house sitting alone amongst the richest farmland soil in its entire nation. And what is more befitting for the cortege of 7 simple but elaborate pine boxes your favorite host, Sammy Provolony, retrieved from his long years away from home with a name and address of 131 Clay clearly stenciled on each, and a precious and valuable universal record.
Now those crates had to be shipped up, and I had to take the crates and put them in a self-storage next to Leisure Lanes. And the crates contain knickknacks and artifacts and things like that. But that's what those crates are.
So until the next time, and at another time, on the other side of midnight, like the previous with the vengeance of the Pink Panther and the Midnight Express, your favorite and greatest host of all hosts, Sammy Provolony of New York, New York, greets all you people far and wide in galaxies, universes, and creation with the best of the coming new year, 1983, and simply says, a bon appetit to all.
The Hood in the Strasbourg Pike, then again Bernadine, and I was on that same place that same night, and again. Also, all of this gives me proof that there's no such thing as tuning into the universal mind. That's one conclusion I came to.
Good morning, all you nice people, far and wide in galaxies, universes, and creation, in this December 27th, 1982, and the exact time is 11:29 a.m. And welcome to Breakfast at Tiffany with Yo-Yo on this day, the day of the jackal.
Grandma's working on Barlow's Wednesday.
Excuse the hesitation, please.
He was there alone.
Yo-Yo the raccoon, the responsible authority for this personal tape that follows a personal tape made on this day early in the morning at 1:02 a.m. by your favorite host, Sammy Provolony of New York, New York. Who is Yo-Yo? I am Yo-Yo, folks. Sammy Caterbone, sitting here in the kitchen of the house of my mother. Sammy Caterbone of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, as I used to say often, in Miami Beach, Miami, and Nassau. The father of 6 boys, and separated from my wife, and living with my mother with my father, recently deceased in 1980. All of his 6 scrapbooks of photographs that could never have been available to most of you if I would never have decided to leave 1131 Clay Hotel entirely alone. Michael, whose football exploits at F&M College here in Lancaster are well known to all of you, and that each of the 6 boys received varsity letters for football in high school. As mentioned in the previous tape, and using a few of the many aliases I have available to me as an official Universal Omega 53 radioman of Piscean heritage and birth, for the vastness of politics of creation. I did arrive home in Lancaster, Pennsylvania after midnight on Friday the 13th in the month of August in this year, 1982, a little over 4 months ago. What have I yo-yo? My most favorite identification, the most favorite identification I like to use, even preferred to my original name, Samuel Caterbone Jr., been doing. Continuing to contribute my blood, sweat, and tears in the most total way for the benefit of all politics in all of creation, and never even getting close to getting a dime from my efforts, just suffering in its purest essence. So now, for continued personal survival, I have been forced by the gods to make a decision to destroy all the fruits of my labors and personal money for the past 4 months and more, plus these most favorite personal tapes that I will never hear, just reviewing a minute of each to validate their authority. To assure that in this house that I live, 1550 Brook Road in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that absolutely nothing remains. That is evidence of my past 25 years of contribution to all gods and all politics and galaxies, universes, and creations. Only the 7 pine boxes that are in the cellar will remain. And these I have not opened or touched in any way since securing them in 1131 Clay Hotel, Miami Beach, Florida. The motivation factor that allowed me the most ease in this decision was my willingness to buy lotto tickets for the big weekly drawing, which was held December 24, 1982, the day before Christmas. Influenced by the front page and the California instruction, $1 million, with 3 alternate prizes, and at this late date, the gods showed me personally my worth to them. I had only 1 number out of 7. So, within the best of propriety, Yo-Yo the Raccoon ends this personal tape, the first contribution by tape in several years, and tells all the gods and politics in all of creation that Yo-Yo will always be Yo-Yo, and Yo-Yo the Raccoon, all are most familiar with.
I'm going to jump to another tape and try to find one where he says the plant was vandalized.
August the 12th at 9:37 p.m. I'm traveling to mail Bernadine's letter, and this star, big star, the only one in the sky, is directly ahead of me and off to my left on my lady's side a little bit, directly ahead. See what it means. I guess it's the keys to 9.1 on the negative aspect. There's 2 ways to interpret it. I just made the wrong turn. There's only one way to interpret it. I use 9.1 as, and I have no regrets. It's needed. So I guess I'll go down Harrisburg Pike into Prince Street instead of straight in Prince.
Well, I think they're hacking my audio file, so I'm going to end this. It's now 11:23 a.m. on Saturday, February 5th, 2022. This is Dan J. Caterbone in the Bates Media Group at 1250 Fremont Street, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, 17603, signing off.